Good day, guys. Welcome back to this channel. So, if you are new, before we get started, if you are new and have not subscribed, please click on that subscribe button, like and share. So, we will take a look at Euro GBP, GBP AUD, GBP New Zealand dollar, GBP CAD, and GBP Swiss franc for this week. We would want to try and see where this price will be moving for this week. By the way, I want you guys to know that this price is kind of giving us like a weird movement. It's kind of very difficult for us to predict, though, but we will try to actually predict. Just try our best, though we are not saying it will be 100% correct, but at least it should be 60 to 70% correct. So we will try. Now let's start with Euro GBP. So I would want us to start off on this. Let's start from the monthly time frame to be able to understand this full trend. So we would analyze some levels, which is here. We saw that price will come to this level, then it will roll up. Then we saw price came to the same level again, it went up. We saw price came to the same level and went up. Now we would align this level again. When price has been rejecting, we say we can take this top as a resistance. We can see that price, anytime price comes to this level, it drops, come to the same level, drops, came here, it drops, it came to the same level, drop, and came to the same level. It has, it has hit up this level right on Euro GBP. Now we are expecting to actually drop where to this level, which is our support level. So if you notice, you will see that as we will be having a bearish move to our euro, then we should be expecting a bullish move on GBP. By the way, I want you guys to note something is that GBP and euro, they kind of move alike. You take a look at other currency. Let's say take a look at GBP JPY. You see that as we are having a bullish move on our GBP to JPY, we are also having a bullish move on our euro to JPY, right? If you take a look at the US to the USD, you see as euro is giving us that bullish move, we are seeing a GBP, we are seeing bullish for GBP to USD. So there's this kind of like a correlation movement between euro and GBP. So so if you want to trade this PS alone, I think it will be kind of difficult for you to actually predict. So it will be very, very difficult to actually place it, except you just want to place the trade opposite. Maybe you want to place GBP USD or GBP JPY. Maybe it would be better to actually predict the price. But once you want to trade these two pairs together, it will kind of be difficult to trade. So I would include this moving average. We all know this moving average, right? So price is now dropping. You see price has rejected from this resistance. It is now dropping to our support level. So this moving average, we would make use of it on our weekly time frame. So we clearly now see that the rules of trading this moving average is that once the price is below the moving average, it is a sell. We have to short it, right? But if it is above it, it is a buy. We have to go long. So for this time, you can see that this price has been below the 10-period moving average, right? We saw the sell downward to the support level down, right? We saw this price actually spiked up. It's actually broke above the moving average, even came below it and corrected itself, and it went above the moving average. Guess what? We actually went long. If we are following this channel consistently, we can see how we actually go long. Now this price is now dropping. You see that this price is now dropping and it is now below our moving average. We can take this as movements down. We can see this as a correction, and now we are now expecting another bearish move. So GBP, Euro GBP, we are now on a bearish move. Price is below the 10-period moving average. You see that this week that just finished, we actually opened and closed bearish, right? Let's hope this week we'll also see a bearish move whereby price will be able to take out these levels, which I personally would want to take this trade on. I would want to short my euro to GBP. So let's see if price can, once price opens from here, you see it drop to take out this low level, right? So that should be giving us, I think 100 pips, 115 pips. Still not bad, right? If price can come tap this level and possibly break below it, though we don't know if price will break below it, though it depends on the news that will be made and every other things. Because like I said, euro GBP, they kind of have this correlation movements. They kind of have like a similar movement. So let's see if you have to take this trade, we would want to short it to take out this level here. And if price breaks below it, then fine, we will continue to go bearish on euro GBP. And if price decides to push up, then still no problem, we'll be able to take this trade. But first of all, we would want to take this trade. Maybe as time goes on the week, as the price play out, I'll give you an update on how you should take this trade and why you should place this trade. But once the market plays out, we'll be able to know how we take it. they should take us to the daily time frame, right? So you can see the daily time frame. This is bearish. Here will be the impulse move. Here is the correction, right? I'll take this as the impulse move. Here is the correction, right? So I would be expecting another impulse move, at least to be able to take out this level. By time price will be coming out to take this level, that should be giving us about 100 pips. Reason why I'm watching out for this level is that price has reacted here previously. You can see it here. Yes, let me see it. I would highlight it here. So if you notice that price has once react to this level here, we saw price kind of give us a pullback and react to this level. We saw price reacted to this level, right? We saw price react to this level. So this is why I strongly believe that price will drop further down to this level, right? Then give us a pullback or continue its bearish move. It just depends. I'll give you an update as the market opens. Depends on the news that will come out and how it will go out, the momentum and everything. I will give you an update though if you follow this channel. So this price would want to short it to take out this level. That should be giving us about 115 pips. We talked about. So EURGBP, that should be a bearish move. Even the 4-hour time frame still on a bearish move. So guys, EURGBP, I'm expecting to go bearish and our GBP to give us a bullish move. So take a look at this GBPAUD. We are expecting to, we are having a bullish move on this GBP, right? So there's no doubt. You can see that this price is at a certain level. We saw price reacted here. We saw price reacted at all this level, right? Now price is at this level, right? I feel price should be able to react at this level and drop, right? So we should watch out for this level. Price is at a level where it should definitely react to. But before that, let's see what this monthly time frame actually says though. So the monthly time frame, you can see that this is a bearish move. So we would want to see this movement from here, right? The monthly time frame here. Sorry, okay. So you can take a look at the monthly time frame here. You can see that this price is bearish, right? The price has been going bearish on GBPAUD. So price is bearish on the monthly time frame. Now let's see what this 10 period moving average says. So it will guide us, right? We want to trade with the moving average. I personally do trade it. So once the price is above our moving average, you tend to go long. And if it is below it, we tend to go short. We tend to short it. So monthly time frame price is below our 10 period moving average. So we have to short it. Weekly time frame, you can see that now price is now above our moving average, right? So you can clearly see that this price is at this level here. So price has reacted to this level, right? So price has also reacted to the same level again. Now you can see that price have kind of like spiked. I will consider this as a false breakout low. So if you can take a look at this, sorry, this right drop, you can take a look at this, pullback, right, to this same level. And guess what? I'll be expecting another bearish move. Well, that is exactly what I'm saying. Like I said, this GBP space that we are trying to analyze is kind of like difficult to predict, by the way. So let's see if this price will continue to go bearish downward, because which is what I am aiming for or watching out for. We kind of had like a bullish move that week that closed the week that passed. So this week we are predicting for, let's see if we can have a bearish move on GBP AUD, and if in case price move further up, then definitely we'll be able to close at this level. Price should be able to take out this level on GBP AUD. So let's see if GBP AUD will drop further down, and if it manages to push up, right, then we should be able to see take out this level. Daily time frame. So daily time frame, kind of like a bearish move, right? You can see this ice, right? Here would be the correction. Here would be the lows. So I broke this previous lows. Here will be the correction, right? Here comes the lows, right? Price have kind of reject here, failed to break it twice. You see price has pushed up. So because price has reacted to this level previously, if you take a look at it back, I expect price to actually react to this level by dropping again. So one of the reasons why I'll be aiming to actually short this GBP AUD, that will be giving us from if market should open here and it's decide to go to this level here, that should be giving us about 360 pips. And if in case price breaks above and it goes up, then we should be able to see take out this level, which I don't think so. I think GBP AUD to actually jump to this level and give us like 360 pips this week, by the way. So it depends on how price plays out. So for our time frame, you can see price rejecting at this level here. You can see price reacting at this level here. So I expect price to react here by dropping. So that is it. Next one we have is GBP New Zealand dollar. If you notice, you will see that that New Zealand dollar, we are kind of having like a bullish move, right? The New Zealand itself is kind of giving us like a bullish move. So if you have to trade any pairs to our New Zealand dollar, do not be surprised if we continue to get that bearish move, right? So I mean, I'm not surprised why we are having this bearish move on this GBP to New Zealand dollar, because the New Zealand is seeing a bullish momentum. It is actually going bullish. So now let's see if we can highlight some key levels on this New Zealand dollar. So let's see it on our monthly time frame. If we can highlight it on monthly time frame, so we will highlight this level, right? Anytime price drops to this support level, we tend to see a rejection back up. So once price comes to this level here, we tend to see rejection. Price came to this level, right? Price rejected, went up, came to the same level, rejected, went up, came to the same level, price rejected, went up, came to the same level, rejected and went up. So let's highlight the top level, which will be the resistance. So anytime price comes to this resistance level, we tend to see a drop again. So now that this price has come to this level, right? So let's take a look at this support level here. Sorry, right? Support level here. You saw price went up to the resistance level. After the resistance level, we are expecting another drop again to this our support level. And when you take a look at this New Zealand, PSU, there is a bullish move. So any other PSU we will be trading to our New Zealand dollar should actually give us a bearish move. So this is why I believe we would continue to see that bearish move on GBP New Zealand dollar. That should take us to the weekly time frame. So this weekly time frame, let's see if this price will give us like a bearish move. This will be the correction on GBP New Zealand. This will be the bearish move. Let's see if this will be the correction. And guess what again? Another bearish move. So the week that just finished or just passed, we kind of open and close, bearish, right? So one thing is that the week that just passed, we kind of had like a bullish move on GBP PS. If you take a look at your GBP JPY, we kind of open and close bullish night, right? We went bullish. GBP New Zealand, GBP US, we kind of go bullish. So when you take a look at this GBP PS, you see that we actually had a bullish move. And when you take a look at this New Zealand dollar itself, we also had a bullish move. So this is one of the reasons why we kind of had this, we like call it pin bar or candlestick, this tiny one kind of giving us like an indecision. So do not be surprised. So now let's take a look at this trend. Drop, pullback, another drop, and this is the pullback. So we will be expecting a drop again on the weekly time frame down to our support level. Within 3-4 weeks, at least we should be able to take out this support level if possible. That should now take us to the daily time frame, guys. So this daily time frame again still bearish. We will take this as a drop. We will see this as a correction. I will take this as a drop. Here comes the correction, and guess what? Another drop. You can wait for this price actually break this low. So you see this previous lows, right? If price can break below it, then maybe it is now time for you to actually enter the short position. Maybe it will be a good opportunity or setup to actually short this GBP New Zealand. So it just depends on how you want to play the trade. So let me see this from 10 period moving average. We saw this price has given us a pullback to hit our moving average. So I think we should continue our bearish move, right, on GBP New Zealand dollar. So the 4-hour time frame kind of price ranging within this level, right? Here we are seeing a ranging market move here. So we expect price to actually break this lows this week. Then you can enter to short this GBP New Zealand dollar. And when you take a look at this GBP card, right, you know that this card too, we are having a bearish move for card. But before we get there, let me take a quick look at this weekly time frame on GBP card. You see that this card itself, we are kind of like having like a bearish move. So it is not a surprise why we are having a bullish move for GBP to a card. So you can take this as an impulse move on GBP card. Here would be the correction. Here is the impulse move on GBP card. Here comes the correction, right? And now this is another impulse move. So let's see if we can move further up before we kind of see like a pullback. So I still believe CAD this week will go bearish. So if this CAD will go bearish, any other pairs we will be trading to our CAD should give us that bullish move. And again, if we take a look at this GBP itself, it wants to start, it's giving us a momentum movement upward, right? So I still believe this week we would actually open and close bullish, by the way. So GBP card a bullish move. Now take a look at this on this daily time frame. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs that broke this previous highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? New higher highs that broke this previous highs. So let's see if this price will move further up before we kind of have like an higher lows which will serve as a pullback. So let's see if this price will move further up before we see a pullback on GBP card, right, for the week. And same thing with the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame is bullish move because we would want to go long, right? We are aiming to go long, so we would want to place this trade on the 4 hour time frame, and the 4 hour time frame is showing us a bullish move. Since it is showing us a bullish move, then we should go long. Assuming it is giving us a bearish move, we are seeing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. I would have advise you to stay out of this trade. But opposite is the case. We are seeing higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. So we should kind of go long on GBP card for the week. And lastly, let's take a look at this. We are seeing a bearish bullish move on GBP Swiss franc. I think Swiss franc itself is kind of giving us like a bearish move, right? It's kind of like weak movement, though price is dropping. But anyway, it is what it is. So let's take a look at this full trend on GBP Swiss franc. So we can take a look at this impulse move, right? Here will be the correction on GBP Swiss franc, right? And we would see a new highs here. Here comes the correction. This is the new highs, right? So I would see here as a pullback level that drops. So I'm seeing after this pullback, I'll be expecting a bullish move, possibly to break above this highs. Because one thing I know, this Swiss franc is giving us like a bearish move. So since Swiss franc is giving us a bearish move, any other pairs we will be trading to our Swiss franc should give us that bullish move. So I believe price will actually tap this level, break above it, and possibly be able to take out this level this week. So this highs where price give us a pullback from, a retracement from. I believe GBP Swiss franc will get to that level and break above it. So to actually place this trade, let's see what this 4 hour time frame says. So the 4 hour time frame says we are on a bullish move. So possibly we can wait for proper pullback to be made on GBP Swiss franc. So before we enter to go long, so you can take a look at this impulse move, correction, impulse move, correction, impulse move. Maybe when a good correction has been made, good amount of correction has been made, then you can enter to go long on GBP Swiss franc. So possibly wait for a correction, a good amount of pullback to be made before we enter to go long on GBP Swiss franc.